Hi everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you're crafting and having fun. I wanted to share a few tips on when I made dominoes way back when. I was on a altered domino group over on Yahoo. I don't know if they're still there or not, but we did these a long time ago, and there were all kind of tips and ideas that people gave out and passed along. I want to pass some tips along for you. What I do with my dominoes, I sand them so there's tooth on the domino for the ink and everything to stick. You know, clean them off and then, sand them and wipe them off and wipe the grit from the sandpaper. And a lot of people use alcohol inks, which is fine too. If you don't have alcohol inks, I always use Brilliant's pigment ink pads, and very easy to do. Take your domino, and press it in your ink. And these go way back when we were altering dominoes, and this is what we use. I don't think alcohol inks were by Ranger were then. Back then. Now I'm talking 30 years ago. So this is what I did 30 years ago. And I have a clipboard here, which is another good tip, and a piece of Reynolds Wrap aluminum nonstick foil. This way, if you are embossing on a card, you could clip your card up here and take your heat gun and just emboss your image and whatnot. Your hands won't get burnt, and the foil will help distribute the heat all through the card or whatever is embossed that you want embossed. And and this is non-stick. You could use it for your UT. You can pour things on the UT, embossing powder, your glue dots, making glue dots out of hot glue, anything on this foil, and it'll lift right up. I've been using this for years as well. So I take the heat gun. Don't forget to have your heat gun heat up a little bit warm before you start embossing or heating something, so it's nice and warm. And you won't have to worry about this pigment coming off if you heat set it. A lot of people say, oh, well, your ink and all that's going to come off. It's not going to come off. If you heat set your ink, it won't come off. Do this one more time. I usually do it 2 or 3 times. This will be my second time. Very fun to do this way. You can get all kind of colors. Get the blue, you can get this light green, you can get the lime on this whole ink pad. You can make it a 3-tone color with your pigment inks. And I use, like I said, I use Brilliant's ink pads, pigment inks. I've used them for years and used them on my dominoes for years and years. Get that good and inked again. Trying to hurry along here so I don't bore you all. Okay. Your heat gun again. And this is what it is with the second coat. Now, of course, naturally you could do your sides with all the ink around it if you want, and then emboss your ends and just, dry it up. And then I will show you what I did. I am in one swap, domino swap, and this is my domino for my partner. This is without alcohol inks. This is without glossy accents. And another tip, if you don't have glossy accents, get Future Floor Wax Polish and brush that on, and it is just as good as glossy accents, and a lot goes a long way, or a little goes a long way, and it's even cheaper. And you let it dry overnight and you're fine. It looks like glossy accents, but this is without alcohol inks and all the fancy stuff that if you don't have, that you have in your toolbox somewhere. Your embossing pigment inks. And like I said, I use Brilliance. This is one of them that I made. And this is another one I made. This is with Cosmic Copper Brilliance inks. Background's Cosmic Copper. And again, use Future Floor Wax. Paint it over your dominoes and let it dry overnight, and you'll get that same glossy accent. That's what I did on this one. This is from my partner. We would make 2 dominoes. I might make 3. I'm on a roll. But those are some of the tips you could use. Clipboard, like I said, for embossing on. Your fingers won't get burnt if you stick a card underneath clip and you have a certain area you want to emboss on your card. You're there. No burnt fingers, no holding on, none of the card blown away. And your Reynolds Wrap non-stick can be used as non-stick, like your non-stick mat. Anything will lift up off of it. The other tip, go ahead, use your pigment pads. Put 1 coat on, heat set it, put 2 or 3 more coats on, heat set it. They'll look good. Just as nice as if you didn't have alcohol inks and you didn't know what else to do, and But these are some of the tips that I did. And like I said, I sand them to give the ink some tooth, so something to grab. And as you can see, no ink, dry, it's heat set. You heard it here, folks. Yes. Go ahead and use your pigment inks. Don't forget, heat set them. Heat set. Ink, heat set. Ink, heat set. Ink, heat set. And Future Floor Wax for your glossy accents if you don't have any glossy accents or you think it's a little pricey. Those are my frugal tips. And it's the same way with the clipboard. Any kind of clipboard. Just wrap some foil around it, non-stick. You got a clip here for your embossing. No fingers hurt, no fingers burned. That's all I have for you today. Hope you liked the video. Thank you.